Attention Gloucester County residents. If you're out of work and getting nowhere fast, the Action for Career Employment Private Industry Council program can help you find a job. Tonight at 6, David Banner works as a cabbie to help the owner of the company on The Incredible Hulk.
I'm so happy. It's beautiful.
Well, like I always say, one old watch deserves another. Well, all right, I don't always say that. Now we've got his and hers.
I like antiques. You know why?
Why?
Because they remind me how young I am. It's the contrast.
Well, your logic is kind of convoluted, but I love it. Don't change it a bit.
I want to set this. What time is it?
Well, it's set already. You don't have to. It's accurate. The jeweler said that.
Oh, the little old jeweler you told me about.
Yeah, that's the one.
Did it cost a lot?
Oh, lots and lots and lots.
Good.
Pretty little thing, aren't you?
Uh-huh. I wish I had someone to show it to.
Well, not only you're greedy, but you're a show-off, too, huh?
I can't help it. It gives me pleasure.
Well, why not show it to Chrissy? Chrissy hasn't seen it.
No,
Hey, Chris,
no. I want to show it to someone important.
Oh, so you're greedy, and you're a show-off, and you're a snob, too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that's why I love you like I do.
Well, I'm going to go upstairs and make a few calls and find somebody.
So, Gavin, you thought you had me this time, didn't you? But I was just a few steps ahead of you. Like always.
Say, young fellow, aren't you going to get that bus to Los Angeles?
Yeah, I'm going to Los Angeles, yeah, sure.
Well, you better get moving, son. That bus is leaving right away.
Of Night is brought to you by Comet, the cleanser that disinfects as it cleans. And by new Formula Era, a new combination of powerful cleaners concentrated into 1/4 cup.
When we set out to improve a great laundry detergent, we wanted to keep the powerful cleaners that work on ordinary dirts, that cut through food stains, that get out grease and oil, and add powerful cleaners that clean collar soil even better than before. So that's what we did, all in the concentrated 1/4 cup called New Formula Era. So effective, it cleans clean through. Watch Era clean through collar soil, taco grease, and motor oil. We treat only the top with a teaspoon of Era, rub, run under warm water, and look. New Era cleans clean through. That's the kind of power you get in Era's little 1/4 cup. New Era, power that cleans clean through.
Boy, the garbage that gets dumped in my sink and those food stains, they're tough to clean. But you know what else is in there? Germs. So I don't just clean with any cleanser. I Cometize. That's the best kind of clean a sink can get, because Comet gets out tough, greasy food stains better than any leading cleanser. And look, it disinfects, too. If a cleanser doesn't do all that, it doesn't get a sink clean enough for me.
Comet with Chloranol cleans rings around other cleansers. It even gets out tough, greasy food stains they leave behind. And it kills most household germs. That's Cometized.
Comet cleans better and it disinfects, too. So why just clean your sink? Go all the way to Cometized.
Well, all right, you find an audience to look at your new watch? You know, the Whitney Theater is vacant now. Maybe we could get enough people in there to see it.
I'm so annoyed. Nobody's home. Doesn't anybody stay at home anymore?
I don't know. Maybe when you don't call them, they're at home.
That's why I loved April Scott. You know, you could call April morning, noon, or night. She would always be there. A woman needs a friend, a confidant.
Yep. Every girl should have one.
Nancy Carr. I didn't call Nancy Carr.
You consider Nancy Carr a close friend and confidant?
Well, she can understudy until April gets back.
I swear, I don't understand how you get by in this world.
Charm.
Hello?
Nancy, this is Raven Whitney.
Oh, hello, Raven. How are you?
Wonderful.
I'm so glad.
Well, I was just wondering what you and Mike were doing tonight.
Well, right now, Mike is on his way to a conference in Springfield.
Good, so you'll be alone?
Not for long. In a little while, Kelly and I will be leaving. We're going to have dinner at Sid's Tavern.
What a coincidence. You know I was going to be in that area. Look, why don't we meet for a drink? Kelly won't mind, I'm sure, if you don't.
Oh, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Neither will I. Fine, see you there.
I'll be looking forward to it, Nancy. Okay, bye-bye. So, I'll try not to be too long, and I think I should change into something more suitable for Sid's Tavern.
Burlap?
I can't wait to see Nancy's face when she sees this. I love you. I love you.
Don't be late now. You've got to watch, so you've got no excuse.
I'll only be an hour or two.
Raven, honey, I can't seem to find...
No, wait. There's no need for hysteria. I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here on a friendly visit.
Friendly burglary. Look, he's got your watch.
So he does. Imagine that, the colossal gall. Being here in my house, stealing my jewelry, and you're telling me you're here on a friendly visit?
No.
Wait, just listen to me, Fred. Your next visit is going to be the police station.
No, I don't have a weapon.
Downstairs and get Spencer. I'll keep an eye on this little hood. Open the watch, Wiley. Let me know what time it is. The police are going to want to know exactly what time this crime was committed.
No, please listen to me, Sky.
I don't want to hear anything from you, you little punk.
No, look, there's no need to get excited. I really don't want anything that belongs to you.
Spencer! Spencer, where are you? Get him! Well. I didn't realize what you were so interested in at the time, Gavin. It was this watch, wasn't it? You wanted to hear the little tune it played, didn't you? Well, now it plays a different tune. Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne?
Nancy, I hope you don't mind a slight change in plans, but can I meet you over at Sid's place in about an hour? I have an errand to run. I promise not to keep you waiting very long.
Oh, sure, it's okay. What, something at the studio?
No, not the studio. I made an appointment to see Calvin Stoner down at headquarters.
Oh? What about?
About Jim Dietrix. I just can't believe that this guy's legitimate.
Well, Kelly, I know it seems strange, but I don't think now is the time to make accusations.
Oh, I'm not making any accusations, Nancy. I just want to inform Calvin as to what's been happening. That the guy who's been following Val around for the last several weeks has finally shown his face.
You mean just as a precaution?
Precaution and protection. I strongly feel that this guy is going to try and con Val out of the money that she's supposed to inherit. Nancy, you don't think that Val's going to allow herself to be taken in by this guy, do you?
Well, now, if he is dishonest, as you seem to feel, I don't think it'll be long. He can't fool everybody for that long. Darling, Valerie is a very bright girl. Why don't you leave that up to her?
Oh, I know she's very bright, very. But she's also sentimental about the past and this guy. I hope that her feelings don't blind her to the truth. Can I drop you off?
Yeah.
Okay.
New Improved Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies have more chips.
How do you know there's more chips?
'Cause me and Mom baked some yesterday.
Really? You made hot chocolate chip cookies?
Real hot. All those chips were melting all over. Then I broke one. And like the chips were everywhere.
I can't stand it.
Then what? I ate it.
Chocolate chip cookies, fresh and hot.
And Pillsbury says it's best.
Now there's more chips.
Regular pantyhose priced under $2? Move over, because now there's new Hanes 2 sheer pantyhose priced at $2.25. The big difference is in the looks. Compare. Out of the pack, this leading brand looks like this. Hanes 2 like this. And the beautiful look you see here is the beautiful look they'll see on your legs. In sheer, control top, and light support. New Hanes 2, starting at $2.25. You'll like the looks you get. And so will they.
Mitzi, this thing is bigger than the two of us put together. Maybe we should have listed 3 on the lease.
Right.
Where did you get this grandfather clock anyway?
From my grandfather.
I should have guessed. Does it chime?
Oh, yeah, it's very loud and comforting.
Oh, how nice. Well, let's forget about it now. We can't move it. We'll just have to wait until Cliff or Julius comes by to give it some help. Oh, Mitzi, one more dinosaur in your collection and we're gonna have to move. You certainly do have an interesting collection of things.
Dee Dee, I don't know what the problem is, but I just can't seem to throw anything away. I'm just a saver at heart, I guess.
I've noticed.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's a nice, warm, homey feeling being surrounded by your personal possessions. Even so many personal possessions.
I just hope I can find places for all this stuff.
Oh, don't worry about it. It takes time to get settled in. You can't do everything at once.
Well, luckily, I don't have to work at Sid's tonight. Bobby Gerard's taking over the dinner shift for me.
Terrific. We can get a lot accomplished.
So you're not going anywhere tonight either?
Are you kidding? In the middle of all this? Aha, kitchen stuff.
Oh. Hey, guess who I met the other night?
I have no idea unless you tell me.
That policeman friend of yours, Calvin...
Stoner.
Yeah, Stoner. He and his wife were in the restaurant.
Yeah, I've met her. She seems to be a very nice lady.
Did you know she was an actress? I mean, a real actress. Not just a talker, like me. She's a singer, you know.
Yeah, I've heard.
Is there something wrong, Dee Dee?
No, nothing.
I mean, you seem depressed. Is it because of me? Dee Dee, do you find me depressing?
Oh, Mitzi, no one could ever accuse you of being depressing.
Oh, I'm glad.
No, I'm just tired, that's all. But then who wouldn't be? Moving is a little like ditch digging. Who is it?
A friend.
Oh.
Well, you're certainly not an enemy.
But this friend bears gifts. Chocolate chip ice cream! Well, don't I get anything? I mean, for bringing over the chocolate chip ice cream?
Dee Dee.
Oh, don't mind me.
Well, just stopped by to see how you ladies were adjusting to the transition. I mean, the chaos.
What do you mean, chaos? I have you know we'll be settled in no time. Maybe by December, 1982.
However, I'm sure we could make it a lot sooner if we had some help.
Aha.
Oh, wait a minute, ladies. I ain't like this stuff up 3 flights of stairs. No way.
A little friendly persuasion. Would you, like me to leave?
At your service. My strength is as the strength of 10. That is, of course, if I can find 9 other guys.
You're a real pal. That over there.
What about this one here?
Let's see, that one. That one goes,
It says kitchen on it.
Aha, goes into the kitchen. Is it heavy?
No, I just wish I had those 9 other guys, though. Look, Dee Dee, we got to talk business, okay?
Okay, just as long as it doesn't interfere with your work.
Oh, sure, yeah. It seems that... Where do these go?
Bedroom.
Right. It seems I've gotten a letter from my erstwhile associate, Draper Scott.
Erstwhile? What is erstwhile?
Erstwhile means former.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I will from now on. It seems that, where's this go?
Bedroom.
He and his wife are going to settle permanently in London.
England?
That's where they put it. It seems that he's going to go into practice with his father. So, what that means, Dee Dee, is that I'm without a partner.
Oh?
Dee Dee, I'd like you to consider changing your status from tenant to associate.
Me, an associate partner.
What about it, Dee Dee? We'd make a great team.
Cliff, I don't know what to say. I'm very flattered. But you know, I don't have that much experience. I'm really just beginning my career.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen the way you handle yourself in criminal court, and that's good enough for me.
Dee Dee, I thought you were going to switch to corporate law. I mean, that's what Julius wants you to do. I mean, you said yourself you'd make a lot more money.
Thanks a lot, Mitzi. You're a great help.
Oh, I'm glad.
The chocolate chip ice cream is melting. Well, what about it, huh? I mean, you don't have to make up your mind right away. I know it's a big decision. You could take 3-4 minutes. Nelson and Bannister. While you're deciding, I'm going to move the grandfather clock. Who's inside here anyway? Your grandfather?
Nelson and Bannister. Bannister and Nelson.
We'll bet we can get you to try Wondra. Just because millions of other women are using it, that's no reason. Maybe if I were to show you how well Wondra works. You see, Wondra rubs in quickly, so it doesn't leave your skin feeling greasy. And when you can't feel Wondra on the outside, that means your skin's improving on the inside. But let me show you how Wondra really works on rough, dry skin. You know what can happen when you pull a rough, dry hand through a stocking. It snags. And now, when we put Wondra on the same hand and pull it through a stocking, no snags. As I said, when you can't feel Wondra on the outside, that means your skin's improving on the inside. But seeing isn't always believing. So write to this address and we'll send you a 75-cent coupon for Wondra. Try it. We'll bet you like Wondra so much you'll keep using it. We think you will. We really do.
You want a bite, Pumpkin?
She can't chew that.
Whoops. You're the baby expert.
No, it's just right. Everything for Karen has to be just right. Even her clothes need special care.
Oh, so you wash them in this?
For that ivory snow softness. I think it's just right.
Ivory Snow starts with pure soap. That's what gives babies' clothes that Ivory Snow softness.
Soft.
Just right.
Ivory Snow, just right for babies' clothes.
Look, Star, would you just not worry about it, okay? I understand. Really, I do. It just can't be helped. I know. Look, you just go to New York and you knock them dead. With my blessing. I'm on your side. All right, you call me as soon as you get there, okay? Yeah. Bye.
How's it going, Calvin?
Not too good.
Well, sounds like Star's going to be doing a little bit of traveling.
Yeah, she's on her way to New York. Big audition for a new Broadway musical. Big part, big salary, great opportunity.
Hey, sounds terrific. Or does it?
I'm not sure. Anyway, this producer called once of their first thing in the morning, so she's on her way to the airport. And we were going to have pot roast tonight.
I'm sorry, Calvin. Must have been nice to have her around briefly, anyway.
Yeah, it was.
So you're going to be playing solo again?
Yeah, for a while. Unless she doesn't get this part, then she'll be home for good. Speaking of home, I wish those guys would get through doing whatever they're doing in our office. It's getting to be like a convention up here.
Oh, Damien? Calvin?
Oh, Kelly, there you are.
Hey, good to see you. Sit down.
Thank you. What's on your mind?
A problem, and I need some advice.
Well, you came to the right place. What's up?
guy named Jim Dietrix.
Sure, I've heard his name. That's Valerie Bryson's mysterious friend from Lucerne, Switzerland.
Yes. I remember reading all about that.
Well, Jim Dietrix has suddenly shown up in Monticello. At least it's a guy who claims he's Jim Dietrix.
And guess what you're after? You want to know how to find out if this guy's for real.
Well, I'm not sure there's too much we can do unless he does something outside the law.
Look, if you can give us a description of some kind, maybe we could pick him up for littering or jaywalking or something.
At the moment, the guy's littering up my life.
Well, in that case,
we'll just have to see what we can do.
Oh, it sure is good to have you back here again, Bobby. The customers really missed you around this place. Not to mention the management.
Thanks.
Oh, come on now. Cheer up. Look, Bobby, I know you've been through a bad time, and I'm sorry you had to go through it, but it's over now. At least for you. So come on. Put on a glad face. It will all work out.
Sid, have you heard any more about Gavin?
All I know is that Jody Travis is back at home and Gavin is still on the run. Lord knows where. I just hope he has sense enough one day to just walk in.
Yeah, I hope so, too.
Hi, Bobby.
You look wonderful. Oh. There's no need to worry anymore. Everything's fine.
How come?
They gave me a suspended sentence. I'm not going to jail.
Oh, Gavin, I'm so glad for you. That's wonderful.
You're terrific. I will never forget what you did for me. If it hadn't been for you, I'd probably be dead by now.
Well, I had to save you for Jody, didn't I?
Jody and I aren't together anymore. We're good friends, yeah. But I realized that after what you and I went through,
I hate to interrupt what you're thinking, but we do have customers and they are screaming for service, so come on, honey, move it. Oh, and go take care of the royalty, will you?
Hi, Mrs. Raven. I'm joining Mrs. Carr. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, how are you, Raven?
Just wonderful. I'll have a Manhattan, please. I'm sorry, what? Hello? Manhattan on the rocks. Stop dreaming. Right. It's just what I gotta do.
Until this Chef Boyardee pizza cook-off, these women never knew how many great pizzas they could make. They loved Mrs. DeGreve's pepper pizza and Mrs. Letzinger's deli pizza. But with Becky Cordell's beef rancher special, they had to know the recipe.
I start with Chef Boyardee pizza mix. You get fresh dough mix, rich tomato sauce, and lots of cheese. Then I add chopped beef, mozzarella cheese, and mushrooms.
Delicious.
Have your own Chef Boyardee pizza cook-off and see how many delicious pizzas you can create.
Mothers, welcome to the world of strawberry shortcake. You know Strawberry. She smells like her name. So do her friends. Raspberry tart, lemon meringue, and apricot. What fun riding them on Flitterbit, the strawberry shortcake butterfly, and playing party in her garden house. Or cuddling these lovable rag dolls. Strawberry shortcake, apple dumpling, and raspberry tart. Strawberry and raspberry are undressable, and they're all huggable, washable, kissable. Strawberry shortcake's wonderful world for your little girl from Kenner.
Tonight at 6, David Banner works as a cabbie in an effort to help the owner of the company who's being harassed by a loan shark on the Incredible Hulk. And at 7, Fred gives away his valuable blind mellow jelly collection on Sanford and Son.
You know, Nancy, my life just couldn't be better. It just seems like I've reached peak and I just stay there.
Well, you certainly look as though you're thriving.
Oh, thank you. I am. I have experienced a few negative things like the burglaries and Gunther's death, but, you know, I think that wealth sort of breeds that kind of thing, and you just sort of have to accept the trouble along with the territory.
Yes, Raven, I can't help noticing that watch. Is that new?
Yes, it is. It's sort of old and new. It's an antiques guy. Just gave it to me today.
Oh, it's just lovely.
Thank you. He's always doing this kind of thing. You know, one thing after another. I never know what to expect.
Oh, it's nice he's like that.
I mean, sometimes I'll see something and I'll just hint, and then the next day I'll wake up and there it is.
Isn't that thoughtful?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Nancy.
Kelly, hi, dear.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting.
No.
Hello, Raven.
Hello, Kelly. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to intrude on your dinner with Nancy. I'm just going to have my little drink, and then I'm going to go home.
You went to headquarters?
Yes, I talked to Calvin and Damien. They didn't sound very hopeful since I wasn't even able to tell them where he lives.
Oh, my goodness. I forgot to tell you something. You know, when I was over at Valerie's studio this afternoon, that person called and asked if he could see her today. So maybe by now she knows where he can be reached.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, but who are you talking about? I'm just squirming with curiosity.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just something, someone concerning Valerie Bryson.
Oh, Valerie Bryson.
Yeah.
You know, she stopped over to see me yesterday. She had proofs that Carlo Crown took before he left. They were fabulous. So anyway, what about Valerie Bryson?
Well, it's about the story that I did about her and the Vietnam War veteran.
Ah, yes, that story was a bit much, I thought. I mean, not your story, the stories that followed it, of course. They were ridiculous, I thought. But, you know, I guess people seem to like that kind of thing. Anyway, poor Valerie, she must be very disappointed. She'll probably never hear from her poor war hero again.
On the contrary, Raven. She has heard from him. Jim Dietrix is here.
That's not possible.
It's true. Jim Dietrich is right here in Monticello.
You did it! You did it!
Not me. My sister did.
We make Cheerios low in sugar. Kids made Cheerios #1. You did it!
I did it.
Toasty oat goodness is what we've got. 1 gram of sugar, not a lot.
I'm glad Cheerios is my kid's favorite cereal.
Those tasty toasted O's have been part of our good breakfast for years.
You did it! We make Cheerios low in sugar. Kids made Cheerios #1.
Over 100 years ago at the International Flour Fair, America's #1 flour won its name, gold medal. Taste 100 years of baking success.
Taste the success of 100 years. Taste the success of joyful tears. Taste the success of baking pride and open wide. Taste the success of 100 years. Feel the confidence of all those years. Gold medal.
For your baking success.
You're trapped in Spider-Man's web. Tonight at 8, Nicholas Hammond is Spider-Man in Night of the Clones and Escort to Danger. Now stay tuned for Romance on the Open Seas, next on The Love Boat, here on Channel 48. Nelson enters the Twilight Zone, tonight at 11 on Saturday night.
Came to say goodnight, Mr. Whitney.
Good night, Spencer. Have a nice evening. Oh, Spencer.
Yes, sir.
You really haven't had a very nice last few days, have you?
I have no complaints, Mr. Whitney.
Yeah, well, you do strike me as being someone who's good at keeping their complaints to themselves, but I can tell you're upset about that criticism the other day.
You're the employer, sir.
I just wanted you to know how I felt about that Gavin Wiley character.
I know you're upset with me for letting him go, sir. If he'd have had a gun, it would have been a different story.
You know, it's funny, you sort of owe him your job. Yeah, forget it. Forget it.
David Banner is a prisoner on a Caribbean island tonight at 6 on The Incredible Hulk.